The best writing tool on Earth was discovered by accident after a storm knocked over a tree. Sometime in the 1500s, in England's Borrowdale Valley, shepherds found strange black rock tangled in the roots of an uprooted tree, soft enough that it marked skin and wool with a dark, greasy streak. They called it plumbago, Latin-derived for lead ore, assuming it was some form of lead. It wasn't. It was pure graphite, and the Borrowdale deposit turned out to be the purest and largest ever discovered anywhere on Earth, a geological fluke that hasn't been matched since. The English crown moved fast once it understood what it had. Graphite wasn't just useful for marking things, it was ideal for lining the molds used to cast cannonballs, giving them a smoother, more uniform surface. Suddenly, a shepherd's curiosity was a strategic military resource. Armed guards patrolled the mine, extraction was limited to a few weeks a year, and stealing graphite became a serious criminal offense. England banned the export of raw graphite entirely, turning the whole country into the world's only real source of quality pencil material. Ordinary people still wanted to write and draw with it, though, so someone worked out a low-tech solution, wrapping a stick of raw graphite in string or sheepskin for grip, giving you something you could hold without blackening your fingers. That crude bundle was, functionally, the first pencil. Germany refined the concept into an actual product. In the German city of Nuremberg, pencil-making families like the Fabers began encasing thin graphite cores between two grooved halves of wood, glued together, starting in the 1760s. That basic wood-cased design is still exactly how pencils are made today. The real leap forward, though, came out of desperation. During the Napoleonic Wars, a British blockade cut France off from England's graphite supply entirely. A French scientist named Nicolas Jacques Conté was tasked with finding a fix, and in 1795 he did, mixing powdered lower-quality graphite with clay, then firing the mixture in a kiln. It worked, and it did something nobody expected. Changing the ratio of clay to graphite let Conté precisely control how hard or soft, how light or dark each pencil's mark would be. That ratio became the hardness scale, H for hard, B for black, still stamped on every pencil sold today, invented essentially by accident while trying to work around a wartime shortage. America got its own pencil industry for a similar reason. The War of 1812 cut off European imports, and in Concord, Massachusetts, a cabinet maker named William Monroe used the opportunity to produce the first commercially successful American-made pencils. Decades later, one particular Concord family took American pencil quality even further: the Thoreaus. Henry David Thoreau, yes, that Thoreau, worked in his family's pencil factory for years before writing Walden, and he's credited with researching German clay graphite techniques and improving the formula used in Thoreau and Company pencils, quietly one of the best on the American market at the time. The eraser came next, sort of. In 1858, an American named Hyman Lipman patented the idea of attaching a rubber eraser directly to the end of a pencil. His patent was later challenged and invalidated in court, on the grounds that he'd simply combined two existing inventions rather than creating something new. But the idea itself had already caught on. Eraser-tipped pencils became standard anyway, court ruling or not. And then there's the color. For most of the pencil's history, it wasn't yellow at all. Wood-cased pencils typically stayed the natural color of varnished wood. That changed around 1890, when the Austrian company Hardtmuth, maker of Koh-i-Noor pencils, painted theirs bright yellow, evoking royal, imperial associations with Chinese graphite and luxury goods from the East. It was a marketing move, and it worked spectacularly. Rival manufacturers, especially in America, started painting their own pencils yellow too, as a shorthand for quality, and the color stuck so completely that yellow became the default expectation for a basic pencil almost everywhere. Design kept evolving in other directions too. The mechanical pencil, using a thin, replaceable graphite lead advanced by a mechanism rather than sharpened away, actually dates back further than most people assume. Patented in England by Samson Morden in 1822, more than a century before ballpoint pens even existed. By the mid-20th century, the wood-cased yellow pencil had become one of the most recognizable objects in any classroom on Earth. Cheap, disposable, endlessly resharpened, standing in for the whole idea of putting thought onto paper. So the next time you pick up a pencil, without thinking twice, remember, it started as a fallen tree's accidental discovery, got treated as a state military secret, was perfected during a wartime blockade, improved by one of America's most famous writers, and painted yellow because of a diamond-themed marketing stunt in 1890s Vienna. Follow for the next object.